unity consciousness. So instead of living in separation and thinking about ourselves as objects in space and other people as objects and the planet as an object, when we connect into our heart, we come back to the realization of oneness, right? So in our head right now, you're thinking you're over there and I'm over here. We think separation, and that's kind of functional for working in our everyday life. But ultimately, there's a deeper level of truth that empaths know, which is that we are all interconnected in oneness, right? And so, what I'm passionate about is awakening that unity consciousness. And how does that turn up in our life? Well, it involves shifting from living in fear to living from love, from living from separation to living in connection, from realizing that change happens from the inside out. So, in order for us to evolve and heal and grow on the planet, that doesn't involve necessarily just more solar panels or sustainable energy. The shift has to happen at a deeper level. We need to heal this fundamental split between our head and our heart, come back into connection and relationship, and realize our interconnection with everything. And ultimately, when we make this shift, instead of thinking ourselves of like Lego people going on along on a planet, when you shift from your head to your heart and you connect into this unity consciousness, you realize we are part of a web of creation that's expressing itself in this moment, unfolding. And it's coming through you. You are a part of creation unfolding. You are not outside of it, watching it, even though you're observing it, but something is unfolding that you're part of. And when you're connected to your heart and living from your heart, when you're in your truth and you're living congruently with your truth, then you're playing your role in the evolution of human consciousness at the highest level, right? And so when we connect into this unity consciousness, it opens the doors for being of service to others in compassion, because we realize everything is me. Everything at some level is a projection of the state of my heart. And so that brings us closer together. And I think I believe this is the big shift that needs to happen in human consciousness for us to evolve. And, at the deepest level, we start to align with divine plan, with creation unfolding, learning to trust in grace, learn to trust that we are being supported and loved and called to come home to the truth of who we are, even when things are going wrong, even when we're in pain and suffering. Those things are all pointers calling us that to wake up, to understand that at some level we are off track. And so, even in my mind, pain is part of grace. Pain is a good purpose that's calling us to make changes and to wake up. So, then ultimately, we live from our heart, and that means evolving to being more kind, compassionate, generous, grateful, courageous, and most of all, being who we truly are, living the truth of who we are. And I grew up in the middle of a big family of 7 kids, and I became an adjusting child who tried to please everybody and do the right thing. And by doing that over and over again, I lost my sense of who I was in all of this, and I lost my connection to my own sense of self-expression and fulfillment and ultimately happiness. And so what I've come to realize is that when I'm living and speaking my truth from my heart with open hearted kindness and compassion, I'm making the contribution that I'm here to make, and I'm playing the role in creation that I'm here to play. And so this is a profound shift from going from separation to coming home to love and connecting in through our hearts to back into oneness again.